to embrace what it takes for it, pouring salt into the world, willing to erase what I'd lose for it, to accept what I assume. So I'm pulling the anchor and drifting away, blinded by reason beyond disarray. It's what fire cannot burn. It's what fire cannot searching for something.
The sweet, sweet sounds of St. Ricketts. www.sricketts.com. As we phase the fellas out of the screen, we bring us back. Holy hell. I've shrunk. What fire cannot burn, it is St. Ricketts, www.sricketts.com. It is the theme song to the return Tuesday nights. It is, in fact, the Yo Show. Yo. Our good friends from Reign of the Hated in the house. What is up, gang? Thank you for tuning in. This is the Yo Show. I am Jeff the Shark Perini. Excuse me as I get back into game shape. Back for a Tuesday night. It's been a few weeks. We have missed you. With me, as always, the co-hostess with the mostest. This sister from another mister. And, by golly, just one of the greatest human beings on the face of the earth. The queen of the pumpkin pie. Yes, it's in the house. My dear friend, the one and only Miss Jewel Tatey. Jewel, good evening.
Good evening, Jeff. How are we doing tonight?
Doing fantastic. Philly Frank, thank you very much. Welcome back. It is good to be back. This is the Yo Show, as you know, Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock. We had this great thing, Jewel, where we never missed a week. We missed 1 week in 5 or 6 years.
I think I missed a couple more weeks.
You missed a few, and that's okay. But the show as a whole, we were proud of not missing it. And then something weird happened a couple weeks ago that I like to call Jeff's triple bypass. Long story short, let's catch it up. We're not going to dwell on it that long. I was at work, felt dizzy, short of breath. And, Jewel, instead of cowering and sitting there and saying, this too shall pass, I said, fuck no, I'm going inside. And I'm going to call the ambulance. My boss called the ambulance, rushed me to the hospital. 3 major arteries, including the dreaded Widowmaker with 90% plus blockage. Kind of a miracle I'm alive, but you know what? I am alive for a reason, and this is the reason. It's Tuesday nights. And a huge thank you, first and foremost, to my boss for making the call, and the ambulance, and the amazing Dr. Vigilance and the team at St. Mary Medical and Penn Medical. My wife for putting up me, Jewel for coming to see me in the hospital and visit me at home, the people who contributed through GoFundMe, and everybody, huge thank you. I might cry, I'm not going to lie. The emotions are still very heavy since surgery, I'm not going to lie, but I'm so goddamn happy to be here. And Jewel, I thank you and everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, can you not do that again? Okay, just
yeah, let's
please.
Not do that.
Don't scare the shit out of us, please. I'm so happy to be back and with you, and it's just not the same, and it's just not. You're a light to so many people, and you pump so many people up, and through the show you've helped so many people out, and people look forward to seeing you every week. So yeah, it's just great to be back. We're both feeling it this week, but it's great. It's emotional. We're thankful to be here. What a week to come back. And yeah, let's do the damn thing.
Amen. Let's do it. JD Wolf, thank you, brother. Tears. I got a little emotional there, a little choked up. I pulled back. It makes you emotional. I got a lot of warnings from the surgeon afterwards. It makes you emotional. You lose your appetite. You're in pain. Mentally, you get. So I was like, I'm in all these places, and I'm like, man, what would bring us back? So, the past weekend, Jewel came by with her daughter, the amazing Joey. Stopped by, we talked. And as I said, you know, the pumpkin pie in the house, and my wife chimed in. I love you. Happy you're still with us. So am I. I'm happy to still be with us as well. There she is. She's been great. The diet's been great. It's all been great. But I said to Jewel, I'm like, you know what? The best medicine really is to just get back at it. And look at this. We got a bot. Hot girls here for sex. Okay, we're going to block that. Thank you for stopping. But Jesus Christ, took 1 week. Oh, now they said it 3 times. All right. Sex Find Biz has been blocked
Just
from
trying to
program.
feel better, Jeff.
Jesus Christ. It goes from my wife to sexfind.biz. Tell you what, you missed 2 weeks, and that's what you get.
Yep.
But we're back tonight, and I looked at the schedule, Jewel, and we had a couple great people scheduled that I had to cancel. We'll bring them back. Anna, thank you very much. It's great to be back. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, they know I'm back. How they found me. Wink. I'm back. So I looked down the list. I said, you know what? The comeback show has got to be this band tonight. Been talking to these guys a lot. It's a local group, 2 members. Philly's seen them again. This is the night. This is the band to bring back. They're awesome, Jewel. They got new Christmas music out. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the Christmas music loaded up, but I'm going to play one of their songs before we bring them on. Angela in the house, yo. Miss you, love you. So tonight, Jewel, we welcome an awesome band, a fun band, a very super talented band tonight, coming up with us around 8:30. It's going to be Scoopski. I love it. I love these dudes, or dude and girl, sorry. But their music is fun. They are Philly, man, inside and out, and I'm very excited to have them on the program.
Yes, and fan of one of our other favorites, Bees, and I love their sound, love their music, and yes, it's so nice to come back to our happy place with the Philly band. It's very exciting.
Exactly. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, how many weeks? Because as far as work and driving and all that, they're like, yeah, like 8 weeks. I'm like, all right, how long to sit in front of the desk and do the show? And they're like, well, normal computer talk, whenever you feel you're ready. And Jules said the same thing, whenever you feel you're ready. And I'm like, I'm ready. I'm ready for
He was
these.
ready in the hospital. He was. If he got the go ahead, he would have definitely done it from the. And I'm thinking like, no. And then I'm looking at him, and I'm like, oh my god, he would totally do it from the hospital.
He would. There was a piece
You're
of me
that
that just.
dedicated.
There's a piece of me that just wanted the whole damn surgery and do it right in the
Yeah.
room. I
Yeah.
do have the ugly little scar.
Holy shit, that goes up high.
It goes all the way down. And it's not like the old days. Like they used to staple it, and that's how we made it like the zipper scar. Now it's glued. So I'm glued and I'm very tight. Yeah, it's. Remember everything you were saying about Terrifier 2? Yeah, I'm living the dream.
Just don't get too excited. Just nice and easy. Ease
Nice
them
and
into it.
easy.
Ease them back.
Angela, greatly appreciate 2.0 is going to be a couple weeks out. I'm pretty good for a show a week, but we will work it back and get back in it. It's great to be back. I thank you very much. Another awesome local band, Reign of the Hated. They did a 2.0 with us a few weeks back, and they were excellent. And I thank you guys. You've been big supporters of the show as well. And everybody that comes on, again, everybody that has stuck behind us, has watched past episodes, etc. We appreciate it. I'm rambling on. Keep calm, Joel.
I'm trying. You don't really listen to me, but I try.
I'm trying.
I
It's not easy when you're in the seat. Let's do a top 5. And this one's kind of easy. And the answers are easy. Probably one you could all predict at home, but I loved it anyway. Top 5 Thanksgiving must-have items. And of course, like I said, Jules' pumpkin pie is second to none. I had a couple slivers. It's very much within my diet. Now, keep in mind, I'm not diabetic, and I'm not overly fat, so I got to cut out the sodium and the saturated fats. My wife has done an incredible job. I like that. I know, right? I almost had the same hat when mine was a Penn State one. We almost matched. Would have been freaking adorable.
I'm not feeling good either, so I had to bundle up tonight. But thank you.
Yeah, Jules a little under the weather as well. She couldn't miss the return though. So number 5, Jules, mashed potatoes. That's a given. Probably not this year. Mashed potatoes. Number 4 is eggnog. I Can't
Oh,
eat a holiday dinner without an eggnog.
really?
Christmas, things. Oh, I love it. I love eggnog.
Now what? Now there's different things, right? Like some have rum, some have vodka. Is that right? Or
Yeah,
is it
there's
all the
like
same?
one's called like coquito, um, which I think is like a liquor version. I really don't know. I'm just like, it did look awesome. And
I'll send you
you
one
and your Air,
sometime.
when are you getting us a sponsorship by Airborne? Eggy Jen. No eggnog on Turkey Day. Yes, eggnog on Turkey Day.
Yeah,
It's number 4. How the hell can you say no? It's on the list.
my brother loves eggnog though. He'll probably have some on
Don't get me
Tuesday.
worked up. No, I got new arteries. The blood's flowing good. I'm
Mhm.
in good shape.
Tiny
It's the
bit.
ugly scar on my arm, too. Number
Love
3 is, of course, and thanks to Jewel, pumpkin pie, which I honestly was never a huge fan of until I got into yours. And then I branched out those. None are as good as yours. I will tell you that. But I've become
Okay.
a fan. Now, number 2, this is a nostalgia one for me. It goes back to my days of youth and Italian style. It is raviolis and meatballs. I know it sounds crazy, but every year my father would make turkey and then he would make meatball, braciole, ravioli, sausage. And Jewel, and I tell
Whoa,
you,
that is
whoa,
so
you
filling.
you would eat for hours. Gee, I wonder why I had such high cholesterol. But you would eat for hours.
Wow, that's a
Gefilte
lot.
fish. No, no gefilte fish. On Hanukkah, I'll go to Hanukkah one year. We do 7 fishes sometimes.
I would
Yeah,
love to do that, even though.
it's actually pretty good. I'm a fan. And I'm not even a fish fan. I got to be now. Number 1 is obscure Jewel, very weird turkey. It's number 1 on my Thanksgiving must-have list. Jewel, fire it out for us. Top 5 Thanksgiving must-have items.
What part of the turkey though? Were you a dark meat person or?
I am more of a dark meat person. Of course, I got to cut out the skin, which hurts, but I do prefer it.
Yeah, I hear you there.
No root beer floats.
What?
That's pretty good.
What are
No,
you guys doing? It's very simple. Thanksgiving is very simple. Anyway,
God bless
but
you. Thank you, Gary. God bless your dad. Yeah, Dad me and him used to spend 2 days in the kitchen doing Thanksgiving. So, my God,
tell you
let
what,
us have it.
do it up. It's got to be Wednesday, Thursday ordeal. Number 5, my sister makes some banging mac and cheese on Thanksgiving, and
Mm.
Joey looks forward to this like every year. She's like, I have to have Angel's mac and cheese. She puts like 5 different cheeses in it, and it is one of the best. And it breaks up, everything else that's normally on the Thanksgiving plate. Number 4, I think Thanksgiving is like the only day I eat mashed potatoes with gravy because it's like you have to on that day. Just a little bit, but do love gravy. Number 3, I guess I gotta throw turkey in there somewhere. I can't
What?
turkey. Yeah, turkey. What?
You say it like you're disappointed. What are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying it has to be part of a list somewhere. I always like white meat though. I like, big chunks.
It's okay.
And then I eat too much and I get tired. Number 2, first thing you make in the morning is the stuffing, and my mom's homemade
Mm.
stuffing, seasoning, cup of bread. One year I had Thanksgiving at my place, and I made Martha Stewart's cornbread stuffing.
Oh,
And
that sounds good.
that was really good. It was a little too sweet though, and I missed my mom's just regular stuffing, and then it goes in the bird, and then it tastes amazing. And then number 1,
Good luck.
obviously, is pumpkin pie, and I got my mom's recipe, so
Mm.
let's thank her for that as well because she showed me the ropes.
It's awesome. One of these years, we're going to give away a pumpkin pie.
Bye, Angela.
Bye, Ange. Good luck. We'll see you later on. Thank you for popping in.
Appreciate
God,
you.
my nose is cold.
I know
Um,
we're messes.
great list, though, both ways. I mean, predictable, but still, I mean, people have their own different things. Luckily, nobody said green bean casserole. No offense. I just can't do it.
Oh, and I make pecan pie every year too, and I try to make the southern pecan pie with
Never had.
Ooh,
Mashed potatoes at number 5, eggnog at number 4, pumpkin pie at number 3. I won't embarrass Jewel and keep saying Jules because it's starting to sound perverted. Number 2, ravioli, meatball, etc., and turkey at number 1. Jewel came back with mac and cheese, which absolutely. Mashed potato, turkey, stuffing, which somehow I forgot, and pumpkin pie, not necessarily hers. So we're back. That's top 5. We love it. We do it every episode. Quick little thing, Jewel. Number 1,
Yes.
pecan or pecan? It's pecan.
Pecan. I don't know. Don't come at me.
Pecan.
I say pecan.
I say pecan.
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 Yes,
Pecan. You have any great pecan? So we normally don't like to do sad news. This is such a big story that pounded everybody that we're going to share it. A very sad rest in peace a couple of days ago. Jason David Frank, former Mighty Morphin Power Rangers star, apparently committed suicide. Joe, very sad story. Hit a lot of people. And we talk about it on the show. When I talk about Prince and George Michael and stuff like that, and Michael Jackson, when you start to lose people from your youth and you don't realize it until other people from other generations start to lose members from their youth. Very sad. I didn't really watch the show much. Did a little background, little study. He was well loved by the cast and a lot of great famous people. Your thoughts on it?
I know. Well, I wasn't a big Power Rangers fan, but they did always come on right before Sailor Moon. So I always caught, big fight scene at the end. It'd be like a warrior dude. And then, but a lot of people love that show. I mean, it's beloved. All those 90s shows, and they've just become classics. And I think it's really cool how Comic-Con just has all these actors, and they really get the recognition they deserve at like Comic-Cons and like through social media. So it's really sad that what happened to him, because he obviously was having a rough go. And Aaron Carter too. We weren't here for Aaron Carter, but
yeah, true. Weren't here for Aaron Carter.
Which, I mean, these people are what I had growing up. Like, Aaron was like a year younger than me. I was obsessed with Nick. Like, Nick was my dude, but I loved Aaron. He was so cute. And then, yeah, just he had a hard life. So it's just so sad. You see people, like you said, that you grew up with, and it's really tough. And especially if you don't have a good support system there for you, it's just go down the wrong path. Very
I absolutely agree. And I'm not, the one thing I promised myself, I'm not going to start to be that preacher of life's short and blah, blah, blah. You know the deal. You know the life's short. So you go out and live it and be there for people. It's not a lot to ask. A lot of people out there that cry for help. Now, look at this now. Scoopski saw Aaron Carter live at Tiny Bar in New Hope. Wow. Now that's pretty freaking cool. That's back in 2013.
Him and his brother, they were great singers, and it's just sad how that whole family had so many problems.
Wow, that's something else. And New Hope, of all places.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I knew about that.
God, it was almost 10 years ago. It just goes to show you how time absolutely flies. Wow.
Oh, I think I was
how about
pregnant.
that? So we do wish
I was pregnant in 2013.
For his family and surviving members, of course, our condolences here on the show. We do mostly happy stuff, but every once in a while you throw in a little sad piece. And I watched before. Oh, so my wife watched Power Rangers every day. Forgot it on the school bus when she was 9. Wow, honey, thanks for showing our age difference.
And then Sailor Moon, Captain Planet.
She was 9, and I was cutting school my senior year.
Hey.
Or that age difference. So, Scoopski is going to join us around 8:25, 8:30. What I wanted to do, Jewel, like I said, they sent us our holiday stuff, and StreamYard just has such a hard time sharing such video. But I did want to share one of their songs because I absolutely love it. It's a video they made for the song Dad Bod. And this just goes to show you the range and how funny these guys are and creative and how great the music is. And I'm going to share it. We're going to play it here on the program because we love playing music. Now, remember, if you're on Facebook, sometimes it cuts the music out. Come on over to YouTube. This is where it's at. YouTube is where it's at. Thousands and thousands of views getting to YouTube. And, of course, we love Right, like and subscribe. We're at about 300 people. It doesn't sound like a lot. We get thousands of views though. We love our YouTube. The song is called Dad Bod Jewel. I'm in love with it. It's about 3 minutes and 44 seconds. It's got a nice little pictorial in it with some famous people you will recognize. So enjoy the video, enjoy the song. We'll be back in a few minutes on the Yo Show with Scoopsky. Make sure the volume is up. We'll be right back.
Wow.
When I look in the mirror, I don't love everything I see. Swoopy hair, glasses, and those big old chipmunk cheeks. Couldn't run a marathon, but I could sometimes sing in key. I'm like a large pizza with extra cheese and extra meat. But I still go to the gym every day. But when I get home, the sweets are calling my name. I got a dad bod. Dad bod, yeah. I got a dad bod. Dad bod, yeah. I could be like one of those dudes on the cover of magazines. But I'm more like a linebacker, minus the seal and the green. I wear black all the time, cause it hides my funny shape. But even in pictures, I'm still stuck in a bigger frame. Some people just say overweight, but thank God someone came up with this phrase. They call it dad bod. Dad bod, yeah. I got a dad bod. Dad bod, yeah. Bod, 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 bod. Bod, 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 bod. Bod, 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 bod. 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 Bod, 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 D-A-D-B-O-D. What's that spell? Dad bod. I said D-A-D-B-O-D. What's that spell? Dad bod. I said D-A-D-B-O-D. What's that spell? Dad bod. Bod, 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 bod. Bod, 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 bod. Bod, 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 bod. Struggle with it all my life and probably always will. But I'll just keep on running on the treadmill. I'm not making excuses, I'm not looking to catch the blame. And I've got my baby boy, the big trouble out to say. Then I've got a dad bod. Dad bod, yeah. 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 Got a dad bod.
I gotta tell you, first of all, two things. First of all, I thought I had a dad bod until watching that video. And second of all, seriously, being trapped in the house these weeks, rehabbing, getting better, the whole 9 yards, you watch something like that, it cheers you up. I have watched that video probably 20 times, and I love it. Great clips in there, great pieces in there. A lot of people in the comments section relating and laughing and loving it. Great stuff, Scoopski. And I wanted to show that because it shows the kind of band you got. They're fun, they're entertaining. The music is also really good. And we're very excited to have them on the program tonight. Jewel, what'd you think? Did you find the man of your dreams in that pile or what?
Sounds like the best collection ever. You kept going.
I know, everyone's like, oh yeah.
Your music's so good. I'm trying to think what song that reminded me of. Not Talking Heads. What was it? Yep.
It's got like an 80s kind of feel to it, and you talk about
Cool Jack? Cool Jack? Nope.
Cool Jack?
I'll
A
think
little
of
bit.
it.
All right, well, you let us know. Just shout
love
it out
it.
whenever it comes in. But it's got like that kind of, and we talk about the local bands, and a lot of bands, like I like the Philly bands, how they all like and share each other on Instagram and all that.
Oh my
So,
God.
like,
What is the name of that song?
I get a vibe from these guys. Like, I get a vibe of like Bees, Mac Brothers, etc. from this band, and they're all cool and they all know each other. And Mac Brothers said it as well. Like, when's the Yo Show Philly Music Festival? God, I don't know, but
Let's
I
go,
sure
Mac Brothers.
I know. Let's get everybody together. And a couple of bands have said to me, like, a couple of bands have said,
we'll have Ween.
Ween. Oh, Ween. Well, of course. I don't know. They may not be big enough for our program.
Yeah, they're playing at the Met in December.
But a couple of bands are like,
We'll get them.
You know, I've asked bands like, hey, like, what would it cost you? And people are like, call us. Like, dude, I just want to get out and play. I like the sound of that. Anything by Weezer. It's got a little Weezer to it. It does. It's got a little bit of everything
I
to
love
it.
Weezer. Yes.
It's terrific.
All great influences.
You try to fly. If you fly in, you got to bring Sepsis. They got to play the Yo Show Festival. We miss them. We love them. Great stuff. So I noticed I'm gonna give a little backstage shot. I noticed we're one member shy. Are we good to go? And we're good to go either way. Okay, no problem. Let's bring in our very special guest. You heard the song Dad Bod. They also have an awesome Christmas album on the way, coming to you the 25th. You see it on the scroll down the bottom. I already put the scroll up now. A super fun, super talented band, local guys. Let's give it up for Scoopsky, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Good evening.
Hello.
How you doing? Yeah, you already mentioned it. We're one member short. So I don't know if you could see initially backstage that my wife, Mrs. Scoopsky, was sitting right next to me. But
yes.
What I was afraid of happening actually happened. And our son woke up, and we have a 10-month-old son, and he woke up crying after he'd been asleep for an hour, which almost never happens. But of course, tonight it happened. So I'm
if she's comfortable,
hoping maybe she's able to
bring him on.
I think he's like trying to fall back to sleep. I could see him on the monitor, but I'm not sure. So I'm hoping maybe she can make it down.
We'll hang. Whatever you guys gotta do.
If not, then he's still kind of wiggling around. I can see him right now. But anyways, thanks for having us on. And first of all, glad that you're doing well and you're healthy, and glad to see you doing this again.
Greatly appreciate it, and I'm glad to be back. And you're pretty much the first person I reached out to from the program about it. And I'm like, look, we're still going to make it happen, because I was so excited to have you guys on. We've been talking for a while about it, and I love what you do. I love the music. I love the fact that it's like a husband and wife team, and we love our Philly people. Of course, now Dad Bod's got people talking about Yo Show Dad Bod calendars and all 9 yards.
Hey, there you go.
All right.
So we looked, I'm not going to lie. Jewel and I tried to do a lot of extensive homework. We didn't find any first names. All we saw was Mr. and Mrs. Scoopsky. So give us the idea of the name, where it came from. Do we get the first names? Tell us a little bit something about the background of the name and the creation of the band.
Yeah, sure. So are you guys familiar with the show Impractical Jokers?
Oh, I love Impractical Jokers.
So it actually comes directly from that show. There was a challenge on one episode where they were in a restaurant and they had a challenge to scoop as many mashed potatoes onto the restaurant customers' plates. And Joe Gatto, one of the jokers, he just started going to town and taking a big spoon and scooping potatoes all over people's plates and just going, Scoopsky potatoes, Scoopsky potatoes. And so I just liked that phrase, and I was like, you know what? Is there anything named Scoopsky and like any music artist named Scoopsky? And I was like, you know what? That's a cool band name. It kind of works as like I like that it kind of can work as like a one person name or like a band name kind of. So like I adopted the name Scoopy, but it also like works as our band name kind of. And you know, obviously I kind of went with like you know, kind of like a Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man thing. I feel like Scoopsky and Mrs. Scoopsky.
There
So
you go.
yeah, just kind of going with it for now, and you know, it works.
You look
It's
at your legends, Van Halen, Ween, Scoopski. I get it.
yeah. Did
Yeah,
you ever think about
and
doing a
you
song
know, I
about
like
the
a huge.
potatoes?
Oh, sorry, what's that? A song about what?
Oh, sorry, about the potatoes.
Oh, hey, I'd consider it. Why not? It'd be
Okay.
fun.
We should have Joe in the video, like scoop into you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a great
He
bunch.
actually
He's really
he
great.
actually tweeted at me one time a couple
Really?
years ago. So I was like blown away. I was like, "Oh my god, he's like one of my heroes." So yeah, I
I
love Joe
think
Gatto.
he's definitely the funniest one.
It's a pretty cool
I
homage. So it's
agree,
really,
and it's really sad
yeah.
that he left.
Oh, I know. It's not quite the same. Even my wife said I watch it a lot more than she does, and she's like, without the one guy there, it's not the same. And I love them all, but it's just it's missing a little element.
I think the funniest one was where he came out
Yeah.
and he thought he was doing like a Miss America pageant, and he comes out in a dress and he's like in front of all his like colleagues, and he has to make like this serious speech. Funny.
So
Yeah, it's just an incredible show. I just like it cheers you up if you're like down.
yes,
It's always on in our house. We love it.
It's like our
and
show.
I gotta tell you, that's kind of like the brilliance of your music. And like I said, laid up or I got time, let me dig in. And I'm watching the videos, I'm watching you perform, and I'm watching this dad bod video, and I'm just laughing, but also enjoying great music. Now, what came first? Honestly, I know it's a strange question. What came first, the love and relationship, or did you two find each other and start a band, then get together?
So we actually met each other through music. We were both like kind of playing in the local scene, and we were in a band together. So actually, like technically, the friendship and the music came first, and then we started dating. And like music's just kind of always been like, you know, a bond of ours, and it's really cool to have that, you know.
Was it kind of like, like this guy's my kind of weird, this girl's my kind of weird? Like, was it that kind of connection? You knew you could do something unique?
Yeah, I think we both kind of match each other's weird, and we, I think she might be able to join now. I think you good. Yeah, we both kind of match each other's weird, and we kind of just just really gel together, and it works out well.
That's really good. That's, like I said, the fact it started before you guys were in a relationship, you end up getting married and married to it and all that, and became a big project. That's super cool. And it's got to be hard in a way, but also easy in a way that you spend your lives together, you see things together, and you create together. Hello, Mrs. Scoopsky.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. Thank you for
Sorry about
joining us.
that.
And we always
Our
we have a
first-
little phrase here on the show that life happens, and it's the beauty of doing it live. Life happens. Things will happen at the drop of a hat. We've had weird moments, and we've had child moments. We've had dog moments. We've had spill. You name it. I actually blew a show out one time by spilling a beer on my computer. So life happens. But anyway, thanks for being here. We're asking some questions about when you guys got together and kind of found you were special, kind of weird. Did you look at him and think, look, this guy is my kind of weird. We could do big things. Tell us a little something about how you felt in the beginning about getting everything together.
Well, yeah, we're definitely the same type of weird person. We're definitely both, nerds in that respect. Yeah, from the beginning, I was was very happy to find somebody that I clicked with and had, I was happy to have a friend that liked the same kind of music as me and that enjoyed playing music the same way I did. So we kind of went from there. And I heard when I was upstairs with the baby, I heard him about that we did band things together, and we had, we kind of did our own thing from there, and it everything worked out from where we started.
Awesome. And I love the bow, by the way. Very festive. You guys got your sweaters on. Very festive. I feel
Thank
underdressed.
you.
Looks
We
great.
do.
And I got black hat energy over here.
So
there you go.
Aww. I just had a cat upstairs with us. So Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh,
I like that. So you guys do have that energy. I love stuff like that. And me and my wife have a quirky kind of energy, and you got to have fun. Like again, we got a lot of friends who are very straight and serious, and that's great. But you got to have quirky kind of fun. You got to be on the same page with your weirds and your isms and the things you like to do. One thing I want to get right to and give you a lot of credit, because we love bands that branch out and do this. Christmas with Scoopski, brand new Christmas album that you guys made, releases November 25th. You can pre-order it now on Bandcamp by obviously finding Scoopsky on Bandcamp. I wanted to ask you about creating a Christmas CD and what you had in mind, and tell us a little something about this new CD coming out.
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, it's called Christmas with Scoopski. We were like torn between like Merry Scoopsmas and All I Want for Christmas is Scoops. That was on Twitter called Unlucky Mammal suggested that one, but we ended up I know, right? It's a good one, but we ended up settling on Christmas with Scoopski. It was just simple and kind of traditional sounding. So I don't know. We were just talking about it a few months ago because there was a Scoopsky cover of Joy to the World from last year, and I was like, we could probably like build on that. And I had like an original Christmas song written for like a while, actually since last year, but didn't really have time to like record it. So I was like, this year I'm going to record that. And then she wanted to do a cover of a Connie Francis song called I'm Going to Be Warm This Winter.
Very random.
Well, do you learn that song from dance, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did dance for a majority of my life, and it's very weird. I tell him all the time, a huge chunk of music that I know comes from like my dance teacher's taste in music, and there was a lot of 50s and 60s stuff, and she was a big like Connie Francis, Elvis kind of person. There were like the Beach Boys in there, so like a huge chunk of what I know is from there. So anyway, long story short, I liked that song from when I was like 10, and here it is.
Yeah, so we were like, you know what? Let's kind of make it like kind of Weezer, Green Day it up a little bit, and so she sings lead on that, and then we all did the Chipmunk song. We did a version of that because we both love that song. And then there's an ending song called Your First Christmas that literally like came together at the last minute, and it's about our son and his first Christmas. So
that's great.
That's adorable. And that's coming out on the 25th, so that's Friday, right? Just in time.
Yeah, it comes out this Friday. I was like, I want to give people like a full month out of like listening to it before it's like irrelevant, basically. So figure like 4 weeks of Christmas
Until
music.
next year.
How do you guys feel about the argument of like when's it too early to celebrate Christmas? Because I'm more team like celebrate it whenever you want. Like you can celebrate it a little early. I think she's a little more like the Black Friday and on.
Well, we started like 2 years ago started putting the tree up on Black Friday, and like now it's every single year I want everything done Black Friday.
Wow.
Like my cart is full already.
Waiting for the money to come in. Yeah, I feel like every year it's definitely like Black Friday this year. Before I was strictly December 1st, but this year, the sooner the merrier.
Yeah, that's actually a great question, because it's always, my tradition has always been, And literally, when I say the day after Thanksgiving, as a kid, the day after Thanksgiving, that Friday, we were all from school. My dad would have all the lights and the tree, and he's like, "Let's go. Your mother wants to get the house ready for Christmas." I mean, you're still full from the night before, and here you are dropping lights and laying out trees and decorating. So yeah, like right around late November has always been good for me. You get these people like, "Oh, Halloween's over. Let's start decorating for Christmas." Eh,
Let's celebrate the turkey, but
A little too early for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
yeah, a little bit.
But your son's first Christmas, that's such a big deal. I remember my daughter, I have one daughter, and her first Christmas was such a big deal for me. I have to talk about See You Soon because, you guys make me cry. And that was such a beautiful video and journey that you shared. Can you tell a little bit about that and then just the songwriting process?
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess we could just get right into it. Like, June is about like waiting for our son to be born. And then, yeah, it was basically like if you watch the video, we kind of document like the journey to get him here. We did IVF, and
Yeah.
it was a long road to get him here, but he's everything we could have ever hoped and dreamed for. And then aside from See You Soon, like she wrote a song on that album called While We Wait, which is also about like just I guess what you
It
were
was,
feeling.
yeah, it was. So a lot of that, I feel like, unfortunately, but not really unfortunately, a lot of our music in the past couple of years has been directly linked to our son. So even way before he was here. So a lot of it does have to do with, the journey of infertility, and then eventually, the waiting process, and all the way up to him being here. So he's like a huge songwriting
Yeah.
topic.
Especially right now. Like I feel like I have like 2 or 3 more songs about him
Yeah.
that I want to write. Like it's just he's like a big inspiration. So like like we
Sure.
have like the goofy songs, like there's like Dad Bod and songs like that, but there's also like
There's
a lot
some
of
serious stuff.
There's some serious stuff too. Like we like to kind of balance it out, the goofy and quirky with the the more emotional, heartfelt stuff too.
Yeah.
So
That's a
But
good
I
twist,
remember
and
like
it's-
he finished. Yeah, like he finished that album like literally the night I was admitted to the hospital.
it was
Wow.
the mixing was finished the night he was actually also born early.
Yeah.
So the night that he had to be induced, she called me and I was finishing the mix on the album at night. Especially, it was specifically that song "See You Soon," actually, which is all about him.
gosh.
Which is all
Oh
my
weird.
God,
Like,
right?
it's what is the weird
It's
coincidence?
very
there?
odd. And I was finishing.
Hold
the
him in
mix,
there, honey,
sending
I'm
it to the
almost done.
distributor. Well, you were in labor for like a
It was
day
a
and a
lot.
half. So.
I was there for a week, so it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's all good.
See, those are
yeah, I mean,
classic
he's-
rock star stories. That's what I mean.
That's right.
So I mean, they always say
there's
like
not much more rock star than
yeah, you're not kidding.
there's not much more rock star than having like a baby monitor while you're doing it.
Yes. Let those bring them along. We got kids and
Mixins.
puppies running in and out, but we're so happy
Absolutely.
for you too, and so happy he's here and healthy, and you guys are going to have the best Christmas. So I'm very
Thank
happy for
you.
you, and making
Yeah,
me cry
it's-
again.
yep.
Thanks.
A lot of
Oh, he's
music,
very
everybody says like
excited.
a lot of people say like real life experience makes for the best music. And like you said, you're singing about your song and your son, and here's Jewel saying the song makes her cry, and it just makes for, again, beautiful memories as well. Like no matter where you go, and of course we'd like to see you guys go big because I love your stuff. I love your personality, your outlook.
Oh,
So if Scoopsky becomes like a nationwide act, that song is always there in his memory. And even if you're just a Philly band, there's always like the memory of him, and he'll grow up with it, which is a beautiful thing.
yeah.
Now let's get back to, we talk about real life music, songs about ourselves. Dad bod. You poking a little fun at yourself, or you just laying it out in general? Because
Yeah.
I got that
Yeah,
dad bod.
I-
We've all got it.
Oh, I got it. I've had it. Well, I think I even say in the song like I've had it my whole life basically. So like I've struggled with weight my entire life, and it's funny. Like people hear that song and they're like, "Oh, like that's a funny song," which it is a funny song. Like it's humorous, but like I think there is like a kind of a darker side to it that not a lot of people catch it. Like it's very like self-loathing in a way, and like it's like I'm picking on myself, and like it's basically all about like the struggle of like losing weight and keeping it off. But you know, I was thinking like when we had our son, song I want to say in May, and I was thinking of the phrase dad bod, and I was like, you know what? Now I can say I have a dad bod because I actually have a kid. So I'm gonna write a song. Like I was looking for a way to write a song about like struggles with weight for years, but I could never find like the lens to do it through. And then I was like, when I was thinking of that phrase, I was like, you know what? I found a humorous angle to tackle it from. So I'm gonna go for it. And yeah, it seems like people enjoy it. So
It's well done. It's terrific. But I gotta ask, like, from a creative
thank
standpoint,
you.
now the missus, he brings in a song, Dad Bod. Are you like, oh God, no? Or are you like, yeah, that's right up our alley?
No, it's he typically is like, I need you to sing this. So
Yeah, I'm either like, you need to sing this part or play this part, come up with something for this part,
need
or
help.
help me with lyrics, or yeah.
So
So-
yeah, no, totally fits in. I feel like with everything we have. So
Yes.
Now, supposedly my wife is watching, and if she doesn't watch, she always catches a replay. She's probably going to message you guys and ask you to make songs about folding laundry and chipping in with household chores. It's going to be like you should do like a whole domesticized album about household chores and splitting duties and paying bills.
it could totally
I'm rocking.
happen because
Oh,
I
yeah.
love to clean.
Yeah, she does. She does love to clean.
It's my calming thing. He
Oh,
knows like
geez.
when I'm going crazy, like cleaning the bathroom crazy, there's something
Yeah.
something bugging me.
Yeah.
Angry cleaning
But
is definitely
her
a
therapy
thing.
is clean.
My wife's the same way.
It's very true. I do it all the time.
And then I try to chip in. I get, just leave it, put it down, drop it. I got it. And,
Yeah, you're
okay.
doing it wrong. You're just doing it wrong, Jeff.
Yeah, I usually get that too.
Yeah, on purpose. Trust me,
I
I'm
either
doing it
get
wrong.
like,
Wait.
I either get like, why aren't you chipping in, or why are you chipping in?
I love it.
But how does the songwriting process go? Do you guys split that equally? Is it more so one or the other? How's that go?
We kind of write on our own and then just bring it to each other. Like there's some examples where like there's a song on our first album called Mr. Spider, which was written a million years ago, and that was literally, we sat down together and wrote
Like
together
entirely together.
And then, but like, there's also a song on that album called Ignite the Night, which she wrote fully, and we both sing on. And then, like, you know, I just write a lot of songs like very frequently, and she writes like a little, like what, one or two a year maybe.
I mean, it's sad because like I have the book of stuff.
She's got a lot of songs,
but it like I have a problem with starting something and I'm like, I don't like this. Like this isn't like, and it just it sits. And that happened with a song on the last album that just sat and sat and sat, and from like I don't even know, like high school, like that long ago, and he was able to help me finish it.
Yeah,
Wow.
fairy tale, right?
Yeah.
Right?
But yeah, I mean, like
that's love.
so we'll bring our own to the table, and then we'll have like, you know, like if he'll bring me a song and he wants a piano part, like he kind of gives, like I kind of come up with something on my own there. Like he'll give me an idea, but it's very common for us to be like, now I'm going to change that. Like if
And then there's a lot of times where I'll write a song, like, and she'll help, like, I'll be like, does this sound okay? And then she'll give me a suggestion that sounds a lot better. And like, you know, so we both kind of give feedback like that.
Gotcha.
oh yeah.
Is there-
And he's like the huge lyric, like he'll like finish lyrics for me. It's fabulous.
It's awesome. It really is. And like I said, that helps make it more natural. Has there ever been a moment, kind of a silly question, ever been a moment where the two of you kind of had a headbutting about something and you're both like, oh, wait till I write a song about what a jerk you're being? Have you ever taken the ugly side of it and said, oh, I'm going to write a song about this? And
I mean,
It
I'm like
silenced you both.
a grumpy songwriter,
Okay.
but not he's I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a song. I don't know. I don't think my
guys are
grumpy
so
songs are
sweet.
about you though.
No,
They're I don't
they're
think
not.
they
not.
are. But like I don't know. I don't think there has been one
Well, the
like
thing is
that.
like a lot of like none of our songs are there's no like bad sour relationship songs if you listen to our music. They're like there's some love songs, but like I don't really think there's any like there's some like friendship going bad songs,
Yeah,
but
but
not
that's
really like
really
relationship going bad,
but
which
it's
is
not
a good
like
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Erin
good
said
thing.
dirty laundry. That's great. I have to say, and she just walked in. Here, say hi, Joey. This is Joey, my daughter. Say hi. And she is a huge
Hi.
Stranger Things fan. And we were listening to Steve and Nancy, and then of course the Never-Ending Story, and we were both singing.
Yay.
It's amazing, and we're such fans, and it's awesome that you guys redid that in such a cool way. Also, Spooky Scary Skeleton, you did a great version too. So I thought that was
It's my
great.
favorite. I love
and
it.
It's our favorite.
how has the response been? Because it's so great and fun to listen to, and you could share with the kids.
Oh yeah, like that's one thing like we think we pride on is like we have very clean lyrics and we're like very family friendly and we're pretty into that and going forward you're gonna get a lot more of that from us. But Steve and Nancy, like I think honestly, I think that's probably like one of my favorite songs we ever did. That's a very like collaborative song with the both of us. Like we do equal parts of the vocals and same with Never Ending Story too. But yeah, we're huge Stranger Things fans, so it's cool that you picked up on the that was the theme there. Some people actually don't pick up on that, believe it or not. They're like Steve and
She
Nancy,
did.
who's
Who's
that?
that?
So
We knew
yeah,
that.
so
I
that's
told you
awesome.
we were looking, we were hunting for first names. I'm like, wait, Steve and Nancy. And she's like, that's Stranger Things, dude. Don't even go there. I'm like, how did you? Yeah, she picked it right up. So,
Yeah, that's not our names.
no.
We almost wore Scoops Ahoy outfits to play that song.
I
been
love
amazing.
those outfits too. I love the fact they said you guys had the get ups and the sweaters. It's all great. So let's talk the Philly scene. Some of your favorite places to play, some of your favorite local acts, because there's a lot of great ones. And like I said, it's a nice community. Everybody supports each other. What are some of your favorite places in the city you played? Anything coming up that we could check you out at? 'Cause we got to get out and see you guys, definitely.
So I guess we'll start with we actually don't have anything coming up right now. We're kind of taking a break from shows right now. Just the holiday time's like really busy, and
Sure.
you know we just finished up the Christmas stuff, so that was kind of like our music chore for the fall. So I'm thinking like hopefully like next maybe in the spring, like early spring, maybe we'll start looking around for shows. Spring, I definitely want to get back out there in the summer. As far as like places to play, the only place that we've ever played as Scoopsky together is the Rusty Nail in Ardmore, but that's a
Great
really cool
place.
place.
Love it there.
So definitely recommend it. Oh yeah, that's a nice place. They're really supportive of like local music. So yeah, and I guess that can segue into local bands. Bees are a friend of ours.
Thanks.
Love
Shout
it.
out to Bees. Yeah. I'm more of like the online like social media person. She's not really like super all about that. She kind of sticks to like her own stuff. But,
No, okay. It took me like how long? Like
oh.
it took they okay. I was what?
It's my cuff now.
It took me a really long time to get a Facebook and like all different. So I am like born in the complete wrong generation. I am like a dinosaur and I don't know. I am. So that's him. That's his realm.
Yeah, if you see anything on Instagram or Twitter that and Facebook, that's usually always me. She's not really into like the promotion and all that, but yeah,
Oh,
and
I
barely
could do
could.
it. I could.
she could.
I don't know
Hey,
what my problem
sometimes you
is,
just need
but I
a
think
break.
I think I'm just so like Yeah.
True. Sometimes you get home from work and you're just like, I don't feel like.
Yeah.
I just want
know.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But shout out to Mike from Bees. I just saw.
Yeah.
Bees
Mike
are
Huff from the
awesome.
house. Mike.
Yay.
Also, yeah. So also shout out to Mark Schuster and the Star Crumbles. Mark's an awesome guy. Shout out to, you guys mentioned them already, the Mac Brothers. I've talked to
Yes,
those guys
love them guys.
online for a while, but we actually haven't met yet in person. I need to get out and see them. They're really talented guys. I mentioned a band called Unlucky
Festival.
Mammals. They're really cool. So yeah, have a festival. Let's do it.
I tell you what, we have mentioned it to a few bands that have been on the show, and and I'm like, what kind of money are you looking for? And some like laugh, like, money. Like, we just want to play, dude. Like, this stuff will come just getting out there
Yep.
and getting the publicity. So we've talked to places. We always would like to get it done. There's so many great acts in this area. And a lot of people will watch our show like, hey, who is this? They're great. Or where do I find them? And that's why we scrolled the information at the bottom. And every group that comes on our show, they go into our library. I already got some of your songs downloaded in my Apple Music. Because there's just so much great stuff to listen to. We were locked out for a year of music, so we need to get back in the music scene.
Let's make it happen.
Absolutely.
make it happen.
The show we played at the Rusty Nail last month was like your first time like at a show.
Oh my God. I mean, like, COVID completely destroyed me as a human being.
Yeah, sure.
I'm still a hermit. Like, I'm always a homebody, but like, it really, like, I'm still a weirdo.
Same here, but to like a little bit of a less extent.
Like,
I get you.
curbside forever is
Yeah.
like my
Yeah.
mantra.
There was definitely a learning process. And even when you drive on the road, people haven't still figured out how to drive yet. Like, there's a lot of left behind.
Yeah, but you would never know that was your
No.
first show as a band together. Like, you guys are such
Yeah.
naturals, and you're great, and the songs are great, and they're funny, and then your songs are heart wrenching at the same time. Like, you guys really got it. So yes, we would love to see you around the area, and
Thank
yeah,
you.
we're serious. If come spring,
Yeah.
maybe we'll be willing to come out again, and we would love to see you guys and maybe set something up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it
Let's do
definitely
it.
sounds great. Yeah, certainly. I like I said, I love the videos. I love your stage presence. The fact, now I ask everybody, you go on stage, you get nerves. The fact that you're husband and wife, you see each other all the time. When you get on stage, just kind of look at each other and think, okay, it's my life's partner. I got it. This is easy. Or do you guys still get nervous getting up on stage?
Oh.
Were you nervous?
Not
Marie?
really.
I mean, I think I might have been more nervous than she was. And before that show in October, I had actually played 2 like Scoopski shows like by
Yeah.
myself too. Because the other part that actually like has to go with how she was a little late tonight was we couldn't really like figure out time to practice together
Yeah.
because like our son was like, his sleep schedule was so inconsistent, but we eventually pulled it together. Like we ended up figuring out we had to practice like late at night, like 9:30, 10 o'clock. We had to go down to the basement and just play then. So we finally figured it out, and hopefully going forward we can play all the shows together, as many as we can. So because I enjoy playing as a duo more than playing solo. for me.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
No, it was
Yeah.
fun to do. It was definitely, it had been a while since like we
Yeah.
played together,
Yeah.
like out
Amazing.
somewhere. So
2015, I think.
that's horrifying.
Wow, really?
So-
Jeez.
I thought-
It was like
I thought
yesterday,
it
Yeah,
was-
yeah.
You'll be a
well,
trio in a couple years.
Yeah, the trio, right? Exactly. Got a trio building.
Yeah.
That is extremely
remember.
true. Very true. Because he already, like, we have him sit at the piano and,
away,
he
yeah.
has his ukulele. He, for Christmas, will be getting multiple musical instruments. So
He's ready.
It's amazing.
we're ready.
I like it. We got Mr. Scoopsky, Mrs. Scoopsky, and Scoopsky Jr. Baby Scoopsky. I know, but we got to come up with a good name for him between now
Baby
and then.
Scoop,
We'll have an
Scoopsky
online
Jr. Yeah.
Baby Scoopsky Jr. We'll have an online contest. Name Scoopsky's
Yeah.
third member. I love it. So again,
Yeah.
make sure you check them out because you guys are fun and talented and everything just goes great. The album Christmas with Scoopsky comes out November 25th. You can pre-order it now at Bandcamp, and if you go to Bandcamp and go to order it now, pre-sale, you get 2 songs to check out now live. Find Scoopsky on Facebook at Scoopsky, Instagram at Scoopsky the band, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Check it all out. It's definitely worth it. It's fun. It's funny. It's creative. You two are super talented, and I love it. And of course, we'd like to invite you back to come on real soon and talk about new stuff coming up. And maybe by then, your baby will have even worse sleeping habits. So.
Yeah, we'll see. He's unpredictable.
We'll see.
You just never know. I thank you guys so much
for
for
having
taking
us.
the time to
This
be
was a
with
lot of
us.
fun.
Absolutely. Again,
Thank
Scoopsky,
you.
find them on social media, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. Download that music now. It's a lot of fun. And don't forget to check out the Christmas album, Christmas with Scoopsky, November 25th. Have a great night. Happy holidays. And we'll be in touch through social media. We'd love to get you back real soon.
Yes, happy holidays. Thank you guys.
Happy holidays.
Thank you so much. Have a
Nice
great
seeing
night.
Have a
you
great night.
guys. Happy
Bye-bye.
Thanksgiving.
You
Likewise.
Happy
Thank you.
holidays.
And Jewel, just an awesome band. It seems like the interview portion goes by so fast. And like I said, we don't call it an interview. It's more like a chat. We're sitting down, chatting, having a great time. And I tell you what, they are 100% as I expected, because the music, like I said, is fun. It's a little quirky. It's creative. And they're that same way. They're fun. They're a little quirky, creative. Everything is great. JD Wolf, I knew you would, dude. And that's why I was excited to get back. And I didn't want to wait too long to get back in business, because we have great people waiting to come on. This band is certainly one of them, a lot of fun. Like I said, they're friends and colleagues of a lot of our great Philly acts, Bees, as Joe likes to shout it out. The Mac Brothers, of course, and just so many great talents in town. Special thanks to the people at XXX18 Online for chiming in. We had to block them. Two bots tonight. Joe, what the heck is going on here?
I don't know. That's what you get. You get so many views, right?
It's true.
They
Sure
were
is the
amazing
deal.
though. How sweet of a couple are they? They reminded me of Nat and Hannah Park. Just how like,
Yes. Yeah.
together they were, and very sweet. And I would love to see those guys out. And best of luck to them. And go get their Christmas album. Support local music.
Yes, absolutely support local music. It's the hashtag we use a lot, and it's Christmas with Scoopsky. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, we weren't able to download any of it, but there's a video on YouTube that somebody made about the dying out of malls, and like the first minute of it is their song. So I'm gonna jump in real quick. It's here it is right here. Looking for Dead Malls is the video, but it does have like the first minute of their song. So we're going to play it real quick. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to give you just their song part and then cut it off when dude starts talking, because it gets to be a lot. But real quick, we'll play about a minute of this video because the song is awesome. Video is kind of sad when you see how dead the malls are. So I really don't want to watch the whole video. But here's a little taste of Scoopsky, and Mall on Christmas Eve is their song, and it's linked in this video. We'll check it out real quick. Probably about a minute's worth of their song, then we'll come right back.
Attention holiday shoppers. Just a reminder that Santa will be leaving the Sears Fort at 9 p.m. and the mall will be closing tonight at 10. 'Tis the season.
I've always been a last minute kind of guy. Fly by the seat of my pants, whatever catches my eye. Look at the calendar, imagine my surprise. The 25th is tomorrow, I've got nothing to hide. But luckily, there's a place for me where I can find every last thing I need. Gonna buy some Fisher-Price toys for my baby boy. Here we are.
All right, unfortunately, it's a little shorter than I thought, but it's Christmas Eve in the Mall is the song by Scoopsky. It was a part of that video, and I love that song. I, of course, tracked that song down as well, and I love it. Angela, congratulations. Poor shark, you. Nicely done.
Fun. Sorry.
She's very good, from what I gather. So, yeah, that's part of what you're going to get from the Christmas album, and I love it. I think, that kind of stuff really picks me up for the holiday, fun holiday music, as compared to the usual songs day in and day out
Yeah,
through Christmas.
I'm always looking for new Christmas songs, and they did that Connie Francis cover. I love covers, especially when they're done right. So check out their Instagram. That's where you can find the cover. And yeah, I'm always here for new Christmas songs because you hear
Yeah.
the same stuff over and over. Sometimes I will put on B101 just to see what's playing, but then it's like Karen Carpenter for the 5,000th time.
Exactly.
I do love I love Sia's Christmas album, Elvis, obviously. There's so many good ones. I love a lot of Kelly Clarkson's. That one's, oh my gosh, she does Silent Night with Reba McEntire and Trisha Yearwood, and it's the best Silent Night. I have like a list. I was telling Duck about this the other day, but it was like Korn, like Kidnap the Sandy Claus. Like you have to have funny ones in there too, which I appreciate this band so much because they have funny songs. But a lot of mine were like the South Park Christmas song, Mr. Hanky. Like my daughter knew Mr. Hanky when she was like 3. She thought Mr. Hanky came to town to spread joy.
But I mean, let's face it. Excuse me. I mean, Christmas Eve in the mall is something that so many of us can relate to because,
Many
we've all been,
guys.
many guys, we've all been there, and I hate it. It is the worst feeling. Grandma got ruined by reindeers, a classic. Still hangs tough.
I had one Christmas Eve where I had to buy everything Christmas Eve. I'm like, never again. I don't know
No.
how people do this. It stresses me the hell out. Christmas is stressful by itself, but no,
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do it. Last
It is.
minute.
It is the worst feeling in the world.
I'm
Let's get
stressing out because
back
I have to go to the food store like still, and it's Thursday. Like, when am I going to go? I don't know. We'll see.
online shopping.
No, I refuse.
Something we haven't done in a while, in a few weeks, and we're back with it now that we're back in full capacity is let's argue. We pick a category, we fight about it, people give me the wrong answers, and then we share it on our program. And tonight is 4 of the top game show hosts of all time: Alex Trebek, Richard Dawson from Family Feud, Wheel of Fortune's Pat Sajak, and of course, Price is Right, Bob Barker.
Okay, obviously
I
the
asked you.
Predators last.
What's that?
Nothing, go ahead.
Well, obviously, what?
I said the Predators last.
Oh, well, Barker had his thing there, and we're not even going down that.
Barker? No, I'm talking about that dude. Didn't he kiss everyone?
Oh, Richard Dawson, oh, he
Yeah.
kissed everyone. He sure
Yeah.
did.
Ew.
But they loved it. The women loved it. He loved it more than they did. He would kiss anybody. It didn't make a
Goddamn
difference what you
Hugh
look
over
like.
here.
God bless Richard Dawson. He was the best. Let's get into it, though. Only 4 of them, so the answers are going to come pretty quick.
Okay.
JD Wolf is already wrong. He said Bob Barker. No,
No.
let's get to it. Jewel, first of all, your pick?
Of course, it's Alex. I miss Alex
Ugh.
Trebek so bad. I watch Jeopardy with my family almost every night when I lived at home. I miss Alex Trebek so much.
He said, JD Wolf said the same thing. Dawson was creepy. I
Yeah.
like his creepiness.
Was
I
he
like when he would.
fun?
I like when he would get your answer. Your answer was so bad, he would just walk on by you and on to the next person.
Oh my god. No, wait a minute. Isn't he the dude that was Templeton's voice?
That was who?
You know, Charlotte's Web. He was like the rat's voice. Or was that
Oh,
someone
I
else?
don't know. Is that Richard Dawson?
Let me look this up.
He was on Hogan's Heroes a long time ago.
That's when we need an intern. Go ahead. Sorry.
Definitely need an intern. So we're going to go to the bottom of the barrel. Poor Pat Sajak got 2 measly votes. Let's face it, Wheel of Fortune has been the same since Chuck Woolery. You can
You
keep
know
your
who
Venom
loved
white.
him? You know who loved Pat Sajak?
Who?
Ed Grimley.
Okay. That's
I'm
true, we
not
did.
saying.
I must say. Next was Alex Trebek. 7 people. Alex Trebek. Yeah.
Alex
Didn't
is a
even-
man. What is
Alex
wrong with
is-
people?
He didn't even crack the top 2. Even if we throw Jules'
Yeah.
vote in there, that's 8, and that's not enough to catch Bob Barker at
He's
9.
a saint.
Bob Barker at 9, and the top vote getter, he used to say that famous, "How you doing, darling?" and then lay a nice kiss on the lips, and then he would turn to the board for the horrible answer. And at the end of Fast Money, if he knew you were going to win, he would go, bang! It was my man, Richard Dawson. Loved Richard Dawson, loved the accent, loved him on Hogan's Heroes. He was the man. I love his creepiness. I love his vintage suit.
Oh my God.
I got a pretty cool picture for my wife. She's working and watching the Yo Show. Very cool. So they basically give her an option to work extra hours at night and catch up time. So she's double dipping. A little bit of us, a little bit of work. Trebek is my number 2. Tell me, man, it's Richard Dawson. You people that weren't around in those times just don't know. Dick Van Dyke, what game show was he on?
No, he's an actor on Dick Van Dyke.
Richard Dawson?
Yeah, his name was Richard Richardson. I thought he was. Let me look this up. Because Bob Barker, first of all, is a good person because he helped the animals.
The price is wrong, bitch.
How do you not vote Alex? Alex is such.
You know what it was? Alex had a little bit of arrogance and cockiness to him, like he knew all the answers, but he had the answers right in front of him.
Because he did. He never messed up. Ever.
Dawson could curse my grandma. I'm fine with that. He didn't mess up because he had the answers. He used to act like that he knew the name of the 37th star between Jupiter and Mars.
This is ridiculous.
Stop it.
What is wrong with you people?
Stop it, Dawson or Trebek.
I feel like there's better game show hosts besides
Like-
him.
Like Sean Connery would say, "Suck it, Trebek."
I'm trying to think of like one of my other favorite game show hosts.
I don't really have any others. That's the quintessential.
My mom watches the Game Show Network all the time.
I do sometimes, like Card Sharks. That guy was horrible. They've got like a new show with Leah Remini as the host. It's like a crossword show or something. She is the worst game show host ever.
Yeah, I can't really see that. You know who? Okay. I'm busy doing my job here. Oh, Paul Lind is who I'm thinking of. Who did the
Paul
voice of
Lind,
Simpleton.
he was on Hollywood Squares. He was always in the bottom center.
I know he was
Yeah.
on some game show.
I used to love Paul Lind. Yeah, he was. He used to always like have that
Yeah,
voice.
yeah.
Yeah, I used to love that guy.
I like the what's it, $1,000 pyramid.
$100,000, $10,000. There's so many.
And Match Game was good.
Match
and
Game was
Celebrity
good.
Squares, and you know.
Hollywood Squares was guy. Who was the host of Hollywood Squares? Way back in the day.
I don't
I
know.
don't
But you know
remember.
what show I would actually kill on? Like, I think I would win some serious money. Beat Shazam, or whatever the hell it's called. Beat Shazam.
Oh, Beat Shazam. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good show. Yeah.
Jamie Foxx is good too, and it's his daughter. It's cute, but yeah, oh totally. Oh, and forget the lyrics. Don't forget the lyrics.
Match Game did have Dawson on. Dawson was one of the match gamers. He was in the bottom row in the center. It was Richard Dawson, Charles Nelson Riley,
B. Arthur.
the lady with the hoarse voice who used to talk like this. Can't think of her name.
Mm,
Yeah, there were some regulars. Joyce,
DeWitt.
not Joyce DeWitt. It was Elaine Joyce.
Oh.
Elaine Joyce. Wow, I could be back. But
Hey Jeff.
yeah,
I have to just applaud you. Like, you are just like you don't miss a beat, and I just can't believe you're hanging and just doing so well. And I'm glad to be back.
thank you. Me
I'm
too.
sounding so shitty, but I mean, I told him earlier, like, I can't even complain to you after what you've been through, and you're here tonight, so I just have to be here. And it was a great interview and a very fantastic night. Betty White.
Betty White was always on. It has been a great night. I thank you for that. And we I thank you for that. We don't like to take time off. As we say, we don't like to miss time here. And all the years we missed one episode, and it was kind of a weird time is when the riots started breaking out, and we kind of had a difference of opinion on should we or shouldn't we. And not for any political value or anything like that, just like mentally, like, hey, do people want to see us, or are people interested? And we bagged it that night,
It's just
and
exhausting at that time too. Like everything was like, oh, like
yeah,
so
everything was
I
very
didn't want
weird.
to talk about anything. Like,
I
um,
know, and
or you
even
say the
Jules,
wrong
like,
thing. Like it's just
right.
very, very. So we just whatever.
And at first, Jules like, "No, we should." And I'm like, "Well, you just never know." So we bagged it. That was like the only time outside of this helmet. I'm doing pretty good, JD. Thanks. I probably feel run down afterwards. The most active I've been in a while. That sounds strange. I've been trying to do some steps, and the wife wants me on the treadmill, which has to come. But like I said, this will bring life into me, and it does. And we hate not being here because the bands like Scoopsky reached out to me and said, "Hey, we heard about your show and we want to be on and we love it." And the PR people keep sending us guests and names. And a huge thanks, by the way, from the people at Impact, Beatrice and Naka for a beautiful gift basket, some snacks, some treats, some good stuff in there. Is really great. Stuff like that really touches me. I've been reached out to by a lot of former guests, by viewers, by fans, everybody just asking. And it means a lot. Like this has become our family. Jules, my friend, Jewel came to see me in the hospital with the blankest and saddest look on your face. You just came in so sad, and it kind of broke my heart for a part of, like, despite what everybody thinks, we're not here making millions, and Jules not like, oh my God, my meal ticket's going to die and there's going to be no more show. It's, here's my friend, my partner, my colleague laying in pain. And then she came to my house the other day, and the first thing she said was, wow, dude, you look thin. I do. I'm very sunken in, but you care and I care vice versa. It's real what we do here. And from that, it stems out to the guest. The guests are real. The audience is real. The people to comment, the people to follow, etc. It's quite a thing, man. I thank you for it. I needed it really more than anything. And even my wife said, look, whenever you're ready. Jules said, whenever you're ready, there's no rush. People will understand. We did miss a couple guests. We might miss a couple others through rearranging the schedule, but time is now. Feels really good. Like I said, by the end, I'll probably be exhausted, but it feels good to be back.
Yeah, I was just worried about you like exerting yourself. There's sometimes you do get excited and you can't, control it. And it is work. It is, a process to come on and set up and just the stress of everything. It's totally worth it. I'm not saying that, but it takes energy. And I just wanted to make sure you were good to go. But he's
Appreciate it.
back at it. And
It means a lot.
we always have fun.
Exactly. It means a lot. Like I said, Joey was here the other day as well. They got to play with little Hannah, who did the advertisement tonight for the show. So that was fun. And the dogs loved having you here as well. My wife loves your company. And that's the thing that makes it real as well. Like imagine doing the show with somebody that, let's say we really didn't get along. Let's say we didn't like any views that we have, and significant others didn't like you, and your daughter didn't like me, and like how bad would that come off? Like
That's what wasn't I just talking to you about this? Like bands that don't get along.
yeah,
And you could see it tonight, like a band that truly loves each other and how well they work together. And it just you have to have that at least respect for each other to pull it off in that way, and the commitment and just time that it takes. So yeah, I don't get working with people that you don't like. Like
I
as,
agree. Yeah,
voluntarily.
I guess sometimes the bigger the band, the more they get that way. Maybe sometimes, like, I want to give an example of a band that we had on, and they had such a good time ribbing each other. It was whole damn mess. Remember, they were
Oh, yeah.
pounding on that one guy and having a blast and laughing and telling stories. They were at a party. The Mac brothers, of course, their brother get along. Mojo Moji, those guys had a great time together. They were great. Hollywood Gods and Monsters, who, by the way, Jewel, will be back on our program with some new announcements and new news. December 6th. So get ready for the return of Hollywood Gods and Monsters. But even them, they came on our show for an interview. They all sat around, like all tightly knit together and talked. And like everybody in the band got a shot and everybody chatted. And it's that kind of fun. And of course, JD Wolf, he's a good friend and fan of Sepsis. And that's another band that they do things together, videos together. They have fun together. They create together. That's what's into it. I mean, you talk about bands that don't get along, like Aerosmith, Joe Perry. Look, I don't have to be Steven Tyler's friend. It's a job. That's our job. Kiss, Paul and Gene, they don't hang out. It's a band. Steph in the house. Hello, Steph. Welcome back. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. And then,
sorry.
no, there was one more. Oh, so this we forgot to talk about. We didn't even get into it. The band Live played at Parks Casino a couple weeks ago, I think it was, or a month ago, whatever. And what I hadn't realized, I was bucking to get tickets. Like, oh, I love Live. I want to go see them again, even though I've seen them at Parks before. I found out that, again, Ed Kowalczyk took the name of the band and ran with it. It's now him and a band, and he calls himself Live. There they go. They cannot get along despite the success, despite all the albums. They can't get along. And I almost waste my money to go see Ed Kowalczyk and his all-star band.
See, I just saw them, what was it, 3 years ago? I don't know. I mean, they were with Bush. Like, compared to Bush,
Well,
they didn't do a great job. I thought Gavin was amazing. He was still rocking. I mean, Ed was kind of struggling, not going to lie. I mean, I was happy to see him because I never did, but he was on the struggle bus.
so now I got Steph in the house. I just want you to know, and I'll let Jewel know as well. My wife is pretty much hell-bent on buying the summer concert series tickets at Cannon Waterfront. So a lot of concerts coming up this year. She's become a concert junkie. Love it. And I love it too. And I know Steph does. We got to get Jewel out with us this season. Last season was a great time. A lot of good concerts. Of course, Kenny Shuffle hooked us up with some good tickets to some good shows. And it's just great to be able to get back out there. And like my wife says, like, look, you're not going to be drinking and getting sloppy. So we need new things to do because drinking's way down my totem pole now. But there is things. There's movies. There's bowling. There's nice dinners. There's also concerts. I mean, concerts will scare you to drink anyway. $18 a piece. You know.
Seriously. Don't do it there. Yeah. Speaking of shows, did you see
Yes.
the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Did you watch it?
Venus. I did not watch it.
Oh my God.
I always miss it somehow every year. I always watch it on YouTube afterwards.
Well, it's
but I
on
missed it all.
HBO. You can go on HBO. You can watch the whole thing. It was very good this year. It was shockingly good for me. I swear to God, it was amazing. First of all, Eminem and Bruce performed back to back, and like my dudes,
God.
it was amazing. Eminem got inducted, and then Bruce inducted Jimmy Iovine, and then performed. He did Great Balls of Fire for Jerry Lee, and then Pink and Brandy Carlisle for Dolly Parton. Like, it was so good. Carly Simon
Wow.
and the Eurythmics and freaking Pat Benatar looked great, and she performed. Like,
Was it the
so
actual Eurythmics?
good. Yes, and they
'Cause
were
I love them.
amazing. They were
I
so
love
good.
them.
The dude, I forgot his name.
Dave Stewart.
He gave probably the best speech about
Really?
being partners, and I just like got choked up because just being partners and in a band and just having that you really have, even if you just watch his speech, like, I'm like, damn, that was like the best speech ever. But it was a very good show all in all. Eminem performed, and Steven Tyler did the Dream On with him when he did the,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it was impressive, I'm not gonna lie.
I have to check it out. Absolutely. I always love watching the collaborations and the live performances. And there's sad moments. Like I was watching the other day. I said, again, when you're home all day, you get a lot of YouTube videos in your life. And I watched the Guns N' Roses one again. And Axl didn't show up. And it's such a shame. I mean, it's great that Miles Kennedy performed with him because he's fantastic.
Yeah,
But no Axl there. I
right.
mean, Miles Kennedy, in my opinion, might be the best male voice today. I mean, his voice is just unbelievable.
Yeah, him and Slasher.
Oh, it's a great duo.
Together.
Absolutely.
And Loretta Lynn. I know.
Oh yeah, we
Loretta
forgot
Lynn
Loretta
was
Lynn.
back,
Yeah,
And
wow.
then Olivia Newton-John this year. Like, it was so freaking
Yeah.
sad. But that was worth a watch. It's on HBO. And then before the show started, it was like, I think I told you this, right? The Howard Stern,
Yes.
like a sit down with Bruce. That's going to be on the 25th. I have to watch that. And I didn't know Howard Stern was such a big Bruce fan, but
I didn't know that either.
he made him cry. So I'm definitely have to check that out. Anyone who
Steph's mom is definitely hip.
knows.
Miles Kennedy. I love Miles
Yeah.
Kennedy. I didn't know that Stern was that big a Bruce fan either, and I love watching. It's another thing I've been watching a lot. I get a little envious. You watch the Stern shows in the studio, and bands come in and play right there. Like
Yeah.
watch like ZZ Top perform there, and a lot of Stone Temple Pilots stuff. God, you name it, and they perform. Like, man, it's so cool.
Yeah.
I don't. We got to go to the source. Is Bruce coming out with a new album? I know it's coming out with $8,000 concert tickets.
He just did. Excuse me. You can't even talk shit after this Taylor debacle. Okay.
Well, that's because, like, who gives a rat's ass about Taylor?
No one. I freaking hate Taylor Swift.
Same. And
Like,
let's
people
talk
go, "Oh,
about
no,
that.
listen to Taylor Swift." I'm like, she sucks.
Let's touch it a little bit because I'm not a fan.
Oh,
And there's that.
question though. His album just came out. It was covers, and then he had a couple new.
Okay. Because there's that GIF, that meme that keeps going around on Facebook. Like, if Taylor Swift performed in my bathroom, I wouldn't go. Me neither. Not a fan, especially for the kind of money. And it's funny because everybody's joking, like, "Oh, remember when Eddie Vedder told us we were too naive to listen?" There it is. All right, let's do some topics. Let's do some good topics. Go do a little review, Jewel, while you blow your nose. I don't know if you. That's okay. I gotta blow my nose too. I don't know if you caught it yet, but A Christmas Story Christmas, the new one with Ralphie grown up. Have you seen it yet?
So I'm making it a point not to watch Christmas movies until after Thanksgiving. I have them all lined up. I want to see Spirited with Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds. I will definitely watch it though.
Get out. We have a Taylor fan on our hands.
She's not a good singer.
I don't. She got no ass either.
She doesn't have good songs.
She has no ass either. And maybe she gets an ass. From the adult point of view, JD, have you seen it? Because I was such a massive fan of the original. And when I heard they were going to do this, I'm like, But apparently, like, they really sat down and talked it out and bagged a lot of ideas. Storylines they thought were corny. They came out and really hit a home run with it. Very sad the way they referenced back to the late Darren McGavin, who played the father. So some sad moments, how they reflected. Some funny moments again. Flick is back. He owns the bar. Schwartz is there, and Ralphie. A great appearance by who's the bully? Give it to me.
Doyle? I don't know.
No, wrong movie. Riverdale, and who's the bully? JD Wolf, help me here. I can't believe I forgot his name.
God, I would only watch it every year.
I know. Oh, Scott Farkas.
Oh yeah,
Farkas. And I think his character's great. It's worth seeing for some of the oh yeahs and some of the past memories, and a great movie. You want to wait till Christmas time? I get it. Yeah, Scott Farkas. His character might have been the best part of the movie. I love that part. I thought it was great. Ralphie's got kids now. They got new bullies. It's really a fun movie, though. I enjoyed it a lot. I was nervous, thinking it's going to be just one of the bad remakes, but they really did it justice, Jules. So I recommend seeing it.
That's good because I always go into those movies with high hopes. Oh my God, I watched the Christmas movie where he gets the Nintendo for the first time. What's his name? Doogie Howser. Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris, yeah.
And he gets a Nintendo for the first time. I'm like, this is going to be so fun. Fun movie. It was the worst movie. It was not funny at all. Like, it had so much potential, and it just was a no for me, dog.
There are some bad ones. No for me, dog. The
good ones, though. I love Jingle All the Way. Is that what it
My,
is?
wa- my wife got Apple TV free for 3 months. Sweet.
Ted Lasso. Watch Ted Lasso.
Haven't watched it. Gotta watch Ted Lasso.
Have to. It's
Jingle
fun.
All the Way. Jingle All the Way was
Do it.
yeah, wait. Jingle All the Way was Arnold Schwarzenegger, right?
Yeah, and Sinbad.
Did I ever show you this? Speaking of which, hold on one second. I gotta show you this because I love this.
Sinbad's so funny. Oh, he's gone. There you go.
I was gonna do man cave scores tonight, but I don't even think I have to because I'm
Don't
just
hurt
gonna.
yourself.
We talked about Jingle All the Way, and did I ever show you this? Funko
Get
made
out
it.
of here.
Funko like a year or two
Oh
ago
my
made an
God.
actual like Turbo Man doll. Look at this thing. It is
That's
so great.
incredible.
Turbo Man. I got to have the Turbo Man. Like look how freaking great that.
That's amazing. That's a treasure.
I love it, and I definitely kept one for myself.
You should always like keep that under the Christmas tree. That'd be awesome.
It's not a bit like every year. I have
Right.
Sinbad in my house. Like Sinbad's in bad shape.
Is he?
Yeah, Sinbad's not. I think he had a stroke or something. He's
Oh,
in bad
man.
shape. I know. All right, so tomorrow night we can watch Spirited. That's the new Christmas movie with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. I'm dying to say it. Looks great.
See, when I went into when Elf came out, and I was like, I for some reason thought it was going to be very corny. Like watch it, and then I started cracking up. I'm like,
Dude, that
"No,
is one of the best.
it is so good," and it's just a must anymore. But yeah, going into that, it's like the ones I think are going to be bad are not.
Another story. My wife used to watch this god awful show, Crisley Knows Best.
Ugh.
Apparently that's over with because the two of them are on their way to prison for bank fraud and tax evasion.
Bank
Like-
fraud and tax evasion.
Bank, like
Tax evasion. Oh my.
that's pretty good. A terrible program. Number one. Number two, Joy, I
So
gotta
good.
ask
So
because it
annoying.
happens to a lot of celebrities. How do people get so lost in taxes?
Dude, get an accountant. Like, you have the money, just get someone to handle it for you.
The show's called Crisley Knows Best, and you
Yeah,
don't know to go out and get a goddamn accountant?
And he's always yelling at his kids for like
Yeah.
their work ethic. Like, and you're doing illegal shit. I don't understand people.
With your frosted tips and your fake tan. Yeah, my
Yeah,
wife used
fake
to watch that
marriage.
show. Horrible ass show, but now I think he's got 17 months, and I think she has 14 months
Oh
in
my God.
prison.
Did
Like,
you watch? I'm sorry.
no, good.
Did you watch the Nexium, the Vow, on HBO?
No.
That whole trial. Holy crap! That just ended last night, and I watched like the finale of season 2. That's when like the sentencing
Really?
happens.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Like so unbelievable how that dude had so much. It was like a cult. It's like a modern day cult, and all these celebrities were in it and everything. Oh my God! And they thought they were doing good, and here they got brainwashed by this dude, and this dude was like, oh my God, the lives he ruined. You should, if you guys want like a deep dive, watch documentary type. That's pretty recent. I would recommend.
I don't have HBO at the moment. We got rid of it because we weren't watching the damn thing on HBO.
You can have my password. It's fine.
But Steph, you are correct. They do have an accountant. He's being charged too for
Oh.
fraud, and it's years, not months. So I did say months.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
years. I
Bye-bye.
forget the accountant's going down too. Thank God. Like, just a bad. Yeah, right. Rich people go figure, but it happens to so many. It happens to athletes and movie stars, and don't you have people that handle tax? So one thing on earth you do not escape.
So if his accountant did it, then why is he at fault? Because
Well, apparently they're. I mean, it's
scheming, plotting.
how's that phrase go? Ignorance of the law does not excuse breaking the law, I think is how it goes. Something like that. Like just because you don't know. And if you can't keep, if you can't keep a look on your finances, right? Who's like, they don't know. Come on.
What did he do? Wasn't he like? What did he do? He was
I don't know.
I thought he was. I don't know. I'll
He
look
was
at it.
Crisley, and I guess he didn't know best after all. something I'm very excited for, Joel. The pictures are starting to come out from practices. Anthrax drummer Charlie Benante is hyping up the upcoming Pantera celebration concert. As you know, Pantera is surviving 2 members, along with guitarist Zach Wild and Anthrax drummer Charlie Benante are planning on a tour to celebrate the career of Pantera. I am a huge Pantera fan. A lot of people were mad it's not the same without Dimebag and Vinny. I'm for it. I'm a fan. I'm for it. If it's played as a tribute concert, a celebration concert, I'm all for it. I know you're not really your kind of band, but what do you think about it coming together? Do you still think in bad taste? You think time is gone and maybe it's ready? What do you think?
I don't know. But hey, if they want to perform, I never hate on anyone that wants to come back. And whoever's willing to come back or join is the way they're going to go. So I don't know. It works out for some people, it doesn't for others. So I guess time will tell, right?
I agree. And I like the fact that the musicians involved are fans of the band and also understand they're not replacing the band. And Charlie says, like, look, we're not going out there saying we are Pantera. We're basically celebrating the music of Pantera. And that's very cool. I like that. I like Zach Wild. I like Charlie. I've always liked Phil. I mean, Rex is there. It to me, I would go see it. I'm excited to see it. I hope it goes off well. There's bands out there now like Static X. They came back. They got a brand new singer. He dresses like Wayne. They don't tell you who it is. There's rumors of who it is, but they never really tell you. So if it's done properly and it's done in tribute and done tastefully, I'm for it. I'm down. I'm looking forward to it.
Will you go to that concert?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, if I can get the tickets, I will go. Absolutely. I gotta share this picture with you because we gotta talk about this. Because it freaks me out thinking about it. I want to know answers. I know you're insightful, so you'll help me out with this. I saw this today on Facebook. Read this carefully. Ready? Ryan Murphy reveals that Evan Peters stayed in character as Jeffrey Dahmer for months to prepare for the role. Well, some people said he even wore some of his same clothing.
Evan Peters, I
Help
believe
me here.
he is a method actor. If you watched all the seasons of American Horror Story, you will see he goes to some dark ass places. He's so incredible as an actor. I want to see him win an Oscar. I love him so much, and he's just great at everything he does. So I believe he went deep dived and dove into Dahmer's psyche.
George Powell in the house. George, thanks for tuning in, my brother. Love you, man.
Hello.
Love you, miss you. We've got to get together soon and hang out. It's been a while. Good dude. Awesome drummer. Very talented, Mr. George Powell. Yeah, but I mean, I got to go back to this because it's hidden. It's now watch this.
Yeah.
I hit it in the scroll. Now watch when I take the scroll off. Some guy says, meaning what exactly? Like, exactly what are you doing for months to be Dahmer? Are you eating people? Are you keeping stinky things of formaldehyde in your house? Are you, like, what exactly, are you forcing men upon yourself? Like, what exactly do you have to do to be Dahmer? And I get what you're saying, Joel, go to those dark places. Like they talk about the Suicide Squad when Jared Leto played Joker. And the weird things he did. Okay, that's one thing. To live a life like this guy would disturb me, method actor or not. I would be disturbed to even try to step into that man's shoes.
I know. And you think about it, and I'm thinking about what a relief it was when I was done with the show because I didn't have to watch it anymore. But even though it was like it was a well-made show, it's just I don't want to watch this show.
It was made too well. I gave up after the second episode. I'm like, no way, it's just too much.
Even being in that space, yeah, like it was just so disturbing. But again, Evan Peters is just so amazing at what he does. So it doesn't surprise me. I'm never going to talk shit on him.
Look at
And I
that.
hope he didn't do anything messed up.
Murphy's on
Oh.
Friday night. George Powell DJing emo night at Murphy's. That sounds pretty damn
Oh,
cool.
shit. Oh,
See what I
shit.
can do. I haven't been out of the house to socialize, maybe stop by. As you know, I cut out the drink and one beer won't kill me, but I'd like to see George. Jewel, maybe if you can make your way up this way. Yeah, Heath Ledger did the same with his Joker. Again, if you're in the area locally, Friday night, Murphy's, one of my favorite places. Murphy's Beef and Ale in Levittown. You can check out our good friend George Powell do a little DJing.
What is played on emo night? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, what
Is
kind
it
of
like
music is emo
2000?
night? That's a good question. What George? What does emo night consist of? What can we expect? Take care of yourself first, man. It's Cassie's job.
No.
I felt tough. That's pretty cool though. Yeah, Heath Ledger when he was a Joker. The method acting is cool, but Dahmer, no.
No. It's like Jim Carrey did it a lot, but Jim Carrey also had a psychotic break for a minute, right?
Yeah.
I really wanted to get his book. I almost did, and I didn't.
It's still out there, I'm sure.
It is. I think it's in my Amazon cart.
Okay, so Steph says like Fallout Boy, My Chemical Romance, alternative music from the 2000s, MCR, Green Day, Fallout Boy. All right, I like that kind of stuff.
I have to admit, I was not an emo chick in high school. I mean, I liked it, I feel like later on, but like high school, I was like strictly hip hop.
Really?
Yep. I was all like southern rap and gangster rap and all that goodness.
High school, I was classic rock. Then, when the wave came, I was all about Sum 41 and Good Charlotte, Fallout Boy, My Chemical Romance, all that stuff. I loved it.
Miss the boat on that
Fallout
one.
Boy. I was never a big Green Day guy.
See, I like older alternative, like 90s alternative.
Yeah. I have not seen Black Adam yet. I did. Did you? Because it's on. I can get it on my box now. What do you think, Jewel? What'd you think?
It was terrible.
I've been hearing that.
At the first scene, I'm like, oh damn, this is gonna be really good. And he's like messing shit up. I'm like, this is neat. And then yeah, lost me real quick. But the end, the teaser at the end was good. I'm not gonna give it away.
Thanks, JD just said it was surprising. Okay.
Yes. And that made me happy because I love DC.
I'm not a fan of The Rock.
Yeah.
Does the surprise have anything to do with Henry Cavill and Superman? Okay, because I heard he's back and I heard it was going to get
Love
might be in that movie. I know you're doing. We're happy to have him back. They had a clip on YouTube about Amy Adams finding out, and she was like all geeked, and her husband's like, so, like, I guess.
Yeah,
and they're in the movie together.
No
maybe.
Lois. She's just not. She's not a Lois Lane. Like
she's not a Lois Lane.
Like,
no.
I'm sorry. She's like a 3, and he's like a 10.
I wouldn't say she's a 3. I mean, she's cute, but she's not a Lois Lane.
She's
not a Lois.
She's
no,
not.
she's not.
I'm sorry. Don't come at me. I just
don't at me. But she's not a Lois Lane.
I think Gail should have been Lois Lane. And
would you leave Gail alone?
Puffer should have been Wonder Woman. What? That would have been a good one.
She's a good Wonder Woman.
Debatable.
You're debatable. Oh, Ben Simmons got his free nuggets tonight. Mr. Fair free throws. My man, Ben. I love it. So, the Sixers game this year, if you go to the game, somebody misses back-to-back free throws, free nuggets from Chick-fil-A. Not just any nuggets, Chick-fil-A nuggets. That's quite a landing. It happened the other night with Giannis, and somebody joked, like, Ben's coming, can't wait to get my nuggets. I'm like, bet it doesn't happen. Apparently it did happen. Thanks, George, for the update. Thank you, Ben Simmons, for free nuggets. I'll tell you one thing. I love Chick-fil-A nuggets. J.D. Wolf with the home run. Jewel could be Lois Lane.
Nope. I'm also a 2. It's like
You're so not a 2. But J.D. Wolf, I got to tell you, in her defense, she kills it as Wonder Woman. Kills it. So Jewel is a Wonder Woman.
I'm not
Through
buff
and
enough.
through.
You have to be buff. You have to
You don't have
be
to be buff. Look
and,
at
like,
She-Hulk.
you.
Look at She-Hulk. She was
Yeah.
not buff at all.
She was buff. You didn't watch it. She was CGI buff.
I did watch it. It sucked.
Oh, I liked it.
So,
But yeah, you have to be like MMA fighter tough buff.
Gina Carano should be.
She was my like ideal type, even though she's an asshole. But like she
Ooh,
was
good
my
one.
type.
If I had to be one superhero to act in a movie, who would it be? So if I got to be it, it's a good one. I would want to be. I'd want to play Wolverine.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, like Wolverine.
I
I don't have to
Wolverine.
shave that much either.
I did Wolverine. Oh shit.
It would totally be Wolverine.
Wolverine is cool
Dagger
shit.
hands.
I love the X-Men.
Ching.
I also love Hawkgirl, and that's why I watched Black Adam too, because I was hoping we would see Hawkgirl, but
No Hawkgirl?
no.
Kind of a disappointment.
Yeah, I
Hawkman was
think
in it, right?
we did.
Whoa, look at that. Dude, you were such an artist. Look at that.
You don't have lunch tomorrow. You have a half day.
You have a half day tomorrow.
Oh,
No
snack. All right,
lunch.
you need to make your snack.
You gotta bring a snack.
I am digging these half days.
Half day tomorrow. Yeah, right?
I need them because I'm feeling it, but
I'm
very
still a
nice
few
feeling
weeks.
if I have a day.
I'm still a few weeks away from going back to work, and my wife's like, "How do you handle it?" To tell you the truth, it is a little mind numbing sitting home all day. I'm not gonna lie. Doesn't help the checkbook either. So the Sixers are up 12 with a minute 23 to play. No Harden, no Maxey, no Embiid, and they're beating Brooklyn by 12. Wow. Thank God I didn't make that. We'll make that 14. Holy smokes. And we got Nuggets courtesy of Ben Simmons. Excellent. We got some good stuff coming up on the program. Some programming notes. Next Tuesday, we come back. 29th, singer Anna Presley will be on the program. This is a very cool country singer, Jewel. She was actually featured in People magazine. She's got a nice little following. And I'm very excited to have her on the show. We'll talk about her music, etc. That is scheduled for November the 29th without their big three. Indeed, December 6th, of course, I'll remind everybody some big announcements, some new news, and stuff to catch up on. It is the return of Hollywood Gods and Monsters, the super band with Diggity Dave and his wife, Chris Aragon, our good friend Rachel Bello. They'll be on the program, talking about some new stuff coming up with the band. They've got great tours going on the West Coast. Smash Up Band, just great stuff. We can't wait to talk to them about what is new. So we got that set up thanks to their wonderful PR woman, Rosie. Thank you, Rosie, for all the work. Tuesday, December 20th, and we don't have nothing set for the 13th, but Tuesday, December 20th, we talked about the movie earlier, the star of Terrifier 2, and he is also the star of the upcoming The Mean One, which is a Grinch slasher flick. That's right, the one and only David Howard Thornton is scheduled to be right here on the O Show. We're going to talk about his Terrifier success. We're going to talk about this brand new Christmas slasher movie. A lot of great stuff. Got to keep up with him. He's hard to get a hold of, but we did manage to get him. Said he'd be thrilled to do the show.
Dude,
Wants to
I'm
promote
so
that
freaked
movie.
out. What if he comes on in makeup? What?
Oh, that would scare the hell out of me.
I would
Probably
run.
does. Would you rather see him in Grinch makeup or Terrifier
The
makeup?
Terrifier is frightening. Well, we haven't seen the Grinch yet. Not that.
That's true. Art the Clown, December 20th.
I just
December.
watched the first one. I have to watch the second one, but I'm like dreading.
I'm relying on you for Cliff Notes because I cannot sit
Yeah,
through
I'm
movies
giving
like
Jeff
that.
the rundown of like.
She
what's
is.
happening.
I almost puked just from the rundown. We got a fun one December 27th too. We're gonna get some tips on how to kill those holiday pounds with fitness expert, the very beautiful Miss Linda Steele, is going to our program December 27th. She's like, I'm all about it. Talk about how to burn off some holiday pounds and talk about some workout regimen. Very cool. Very sexy woman. Look forward to having her on. We kick off the new year Tuesday, January 3rd with another great band, Victoria Fire. And of course, we got a lot of spots to make up. We're going to be getting some of the great guests back on to you. And apologies for the people that we did miss over the last few weeks. Timothy Dial, of course, my buddy, I met him out in Tennessee. He's got a great cover band and a great solo band of his. We're going to get him back on the program. Bella Kelly, another great talented artist. We missed out on her as well. Ralph Sutton from the SDR program, who Jewel, the SDR program is actually nominated for an AVN award as the most adult themed podcast. So good luck to him. He's actually trying to win an AVN award.
Wow.
And go to the porn awards. He's super cool. Though. Ralph Sutton's a great guy. His show's funny. He gets stellar guests, as you've seen, and very cool. We got to get him back on the program. So we got a lot of words out, a lot of people we got to catch up with, and we're going to be bringing to you here on the Yo Show. Once again, not to dwell, but a massive thank you for everybody who has waited us out, who has been there for support, kind words, donations through GoFundMe, watching the show tonight, just anything you can do and have done to be here for myself, be here for Jewel. Very trying experience, a little scary. There was a little piece of me that believes I could have died. It's a little mind numbing. So it's just happy. I'm just happy to be here. Tough and Alex, I might be a little tired afterwards. I haven't really exerted myself this much in a while, even talking. Throat has been sore from tubes and everything, and it's been great. We go through the emojis, the little smile emoji and laugh from Nancy Greco, who got a good laugh out of Dad Bod song. Anna Candelario with the heart, greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Thumbs up from my man Graham Sullivan. Graham, great to see you tuning in, dude. Thank you. JD Wolf, I'm happy to be here. Most of all, I thank two very important people. Three very important people, of course. In groups, my family, of course, my brother Mike, my brother Rob, showing up, being there, and Rob has been great. His wife Beth, they've been terrific. My nephew Robert and my niece Bridget, thank you. Jewel, of course, you've been there from the hospital. You've come here to visit, constantly staying on text messages, just keeping up to date and having a great time, getting excited for our future. First and foremost, my wife. My wife has been a trooper. As you know, she has her own health ailments going on. She has her own surgery coming up. Through it all, she has worked. She has kept house. She has kept me on this great diet. Has helped me with medication and doctor's appointments. She's an all-star at the moment. She's done more than I could ask, more than I could hope for. And I don't know if I say the words enough in person. I certainly hope you tune in to hear the words. I will reiterate them to you again multiple times. You've really been terrific. I may not always be the best husband. Like we said with Scoopsky, in moments, there's relationship moments in life, but thank you so very much for the road back. There's a lot to go still. Still got to get the driving, still got to get to the lifting, still got to get back into the work atmosphere and workflow. But for now, we are back here. Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock, myself, Jewel, bring it home, man. Give me some uplifting words as only you can.
I know. I'm just so happy. I know how much this means to you and what a support system you have, and really just thank everyone again for just sticking by us, and the words have meant everything to him. I know that, and he appreciates every one of you, so thank you, and thank you for dealing with me. But no, I'm just happy to be here. It's just, it really is the highlight of our week, and we're so excited to see these bands again and just be a part of it. Like being in the conversation, and having this community is just really cool. And when we really get down or something really bad happens, like, the support has just been amazing. So thank you to everyone, and just cherish your loved ones this holiday. Hope everyone has a safe and happy day, and here's to we'll be here next year, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely. We do. I will say, but we really do want you to have a very happy holiday. We will. Thanksgiving is this Thursday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, so we won't be here till after Thanksgiving. So make sure you have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. Eat a lot of good food. Enjoy your loved ones. Enjoy some football on TV and talk and reminisce. Again, even through the people that come on and watch and drop a word, like JD Wolf, who has messaged me, "How you doing, man?" Just stuff like that means a lot. And I'm like, "Yeah, we'll be back tonight." So I'll be there, and he's there, and he's become family to us, and he enjoys it. George Powell came on and shared some great words. We thank you for that. George is a super great guy. Just everybody that chimes in. Steph, we appreciate you coming back, and Nancy earlier on, my wife, of course. And you come in, you watch, feel free to drop comments, and thanks, dude. I'm glad to be back. No doubt about it. Means a lot to me. It means everything. This is part of my life, and it's not about the money and fame and all that good stuff. It's about being here and good people, good local artists, good bands. I did forget, like we always do, to thank our last guest. The last guest goes to show you how much we miss, goes back to Halloween and Lydia Manson. So thank you to Lydia. Thank you to Lexi Swarm from the oh my God, the Metal Honey podcast. I forgot she came on the Wednesday after. So thank you both ladies for your appearance. A massive thanks tonight to Scoopsky. Great band. Make sure you check them out. The Christmas album is coming out November 25th. You can get it at Bandcamp. Check out Scoopsky, Scoopski. Terrific husband and wife team. Great band. Brand new baby to support. So buy that music. Get that album. Support local bands. And peace, love, and happiness.
Absolutely. And you did a fantastic job tonight, sir. Glad to see you back, and thank you for everything. And it's been awesome. You really just held down this show all year long, and it just wasn't the same. So I'm very happy to be back. I'm very happy to be back, and let's keep rolling.
Keep on rolling. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. There are great words from a true, super kind soul that you are, Jewel. I love it. I thank you so much. We are going to get rolling. It's almost 10 o'clock. Bringing home with St. Ricketts with Fire Cannot Burn at www.strickricketts.com. It has remained our theme song. Saw a little something the other day on Anthony Orsino's page where he had some music bars and stuff. Looks like he's practicing something new.
Uh-oh.
We need you guys. Where he's at? We need some new jams. I got samples of the new jams. People need some new St. Ricketts. So let's load it up. We'll share the good stuff. And once again, big thank you to Jewel Tatey. Big thank you to Scoopsky. Huge thank you to everybody out there in Facebook land. Now get some rest indeed. I can't wait to go up, hit the couch, pet the dogs, and try to get some sleep. Sleep is still very scarce. Sleep is tough, but getting there slowly but surely, and I have my entire support system to thank. Let's get some St. Ricketts, Joel. How about it?
Woo.
We'll get the hell out of here. Let's cut us to the side. There we go. Have a good night. We'll see you next Tuesday with singer Anna Presley. Good night.
Hi, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Ooh. I almost didn't turn the volume up. Son of a bitch. Caught it.
Was it truly blessed and the taste of it poison deeper than you know? Kindly answer this. Was the point of it just to reach new heights of low? So I'm pulling the anchor and drifting away, blinded by reason beyond disarray. It's what fire cannot burn. It's what fire cannot burn. Wanted to embrace what it takes for it, pouring salt into the world, willing to erase what I'd lose for it, to accept what I assume. So I'm pulling the anchor and drifting away, blinded by reason beyond disarray. deeper than you know. Kindly answer this. Was the point of it just to reach new heights of love? So I'm pulling the anchor and drifting away, blinded by reason beyond disarray. It's what fire cannot burn. It's what fire cannot, fire cannot. It's what fire cannot burn. It's